10 minutes ago, and I had to restart my computer, and it was like an extremely long restart, or something. I had like this terrible echo. Like every time I said something, it was like echo, 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 echo.
Oh man.
All right, welcome everyone. We have started the stream. We are ready to go. The game is up, ready for you guys to hop in, and we'll kick things off immediately as soon as you're ready.
Yeah, I'm be on in like 30 seconds or something, as long as it takes to load up Windows tabletop or tabletop player or whatever.
Tabletop simulator. Yep.
Yep, that's the one.
If you hear child noises, I'm doing daycare duty as well, so.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, we're all understanding here, so.
Yep. Family first.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize my wife usually works doubles on the weekend, and this week she didn't work doubles, so I was like, I can't like I don't get to see her at all on the weekend, so I couldn't really.
Yeah, no, you're fine, man. We get that. Like I said, family first.
Yeah. Anyway,
Not trying to cut you off, just trying to tell you we understand.
Yeah, I'm on right now, so we can get started. I don't
Cool.
know where we're at. Is it Code's turn, or is it my turn, or what?
Code, top of the turn.
Top of the turn? Turn 2,
All right.
What's our cutoff time for the day? We have one, or we're just going to play till we get tired, or what?
As long as I can.
We don't have one specifically.
I'll need to get off for dinner in about, 4 hours at max?
Yeah, I think about 4 hours. This is about all I could take anyway.
This should not run more than 2. Okay.
We are ready. Let's get this show on the road.
Are engaged. Is anyone in melee combat? I don't believe so.
Yes. Theodore is with the dog, and I believe Alvin is with the dog as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
The mongrel.
Intentionally a problem.
All right. Alvin is going to.
It's almost like Pure decided to use some strategy.
Activation.
I try to use strategy. I mean, it just doesn't show because I'm not very good at it.
No, you're doing good, man. You're doing good.
Melee.
Yeah.
That activates melee attack versus.
Melee is melee versus melee. So Pure needs to roll melee for the dog.
The dog's melee is going to be a 7. Let me find a dice. Oh, dice-o.
There's.
I just rolled a 10, so this is good.
One right here on top of the building, where you had it last time.
Where dice? You get over here. Stay there. Yeah, 10.
What?
I'm kidding. I dropped it.
Okay. That would be. Well, it's possible. All right.
2.
I win the melee. Strength against your defense.
My defense is a 6.
Ooh. The strength 16. I win.
Doggy down.
Does
Doggy
he have
down.
more than one hit?
No, the dog only has 1 wound.
All right.
So mark an XP for that guy. Mongrel down. Hey, Pure, you wanted your mongrel to die, right? Because he was getting too strong?
I mean, he didn't. He actually got a really cool skill upgrade. He got the where he
All
wins.
right, guys.
He wins and ties. Go ahead.
Yeah, he might not die. Keep going, Code. We weren't trying to interrupt you. Just letting you think.
So when I did my melee attack, I still have another action available.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. You succeeded your activation. You have 2 AP. Therefore, you still have an action left because you used 1 for melee. So you can do a ranged attack, a move.
I'm going to
anything that involves 1 AP.
Attack fire on dead man.
All right. 1 shot. Who's that from? Alvin?
Alvin, yes. Ooh. That is a 14 ranged. So he has a hit token. Theodore is now going to attempt a activation. He is within distance of the leader, so that activates. He is going to attempt a full shot on the dead man.
Ooh,
We don't
3
like that
shots.
3-shot dead man. Hopefully I don't jam. First shot. Hit.
That's from Theodore?
Yeah. Second shot.
Dead man can take some damage this time. Dead man is impossible to kill, but he could get really messed up.
Miss. Third shot. Hit. So he's got 3 hit tokens on him.
That guarantees to take him out, right? Ha ha ha.
Sure. Activate.
Totally kidding.
Actually, Mr. Redshirt.
Rodney Redshirt or
Rodney
Roosevelt?
Redshirt. And he activates. Rodney Redshirt is going to shoot High Priest of Bob.
Okay.
Of course, Mr. Broiler's going to walk
3
around
shots.
the corner and own us.
You can ready an action to shoot him, but it would take both your AP, so you'd only get 1 shot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the advantage and disadvantage.
Ooh, that's going to be a miss. Second
Okay.
shot. Priest. A 2 again. Miss. Third shot.
What do you get?
Hit.
That's a hit.
All right. Roosevelt is going to attempt to activate. Fail. And a 1, which is a jam
Token.
on...
The relic, if it's not
it
armor.
is not yeah,
Yeah.
it is malfunction.
It is, but
The
it's a
laser
weapon.
carbine.
So that's when you fire it.
Okay.
Weapons malfunction when you use them, not when you activate. Non-weapons malfunction when you activate. So they all have a malfunction point.
Yeah, some have 1, some have 2.
So he's going to go ahead and take a shot at High Priest of
I
Bob.
thought he did. Oh, he just has 1 shot. Okay, he doesn't get to aim. Okay, I got you.
But it is a laser, so... it hits.
It hits? Is that a 2?
Yeah. And a 6. The 6 hits.
He gets
What-
advantage. Basically gets to roll twice and take the better because it's laser. Laser gives you a greater
malfunction
chance.
if both dice are the same.
Yeah.
That's what
So-
lasers do?
Yeah,
That's what
lasers
the
are
laser
highly
carbine
reliable.
does.
They're highly
I should have had a
reliable.
laser carbine instead of a second plasma rifle.
It's your choice.
Well, keep
I
in
would prefer
mind,
the plasma rifle.
keep in mind that the laser rifle, sure, can do that, but it has the disadvantage that it is only a strength 7. So it's basically a single shot assault rifle because it's not burst fire, is it?
No.
Yeah, so it's a single shot rifle. You
Alright, I have a
just
hit token from...
might as well take a
Roosevelt.
rifle. Except you have a greater chance of hitting with laser. Roosevelt hit,
Yes,
so there's that.
thank you. Well... I guess it's Simon's turn to activate, huh? Yeah. Alright, Simon, activate. Can't believe we're activating everybody.
So I have one kid being emo in his room and the other one
Activates.
on me in a carrier trying to nap. So this is really interesting.
Yeah, it's really hard for you. I couldn't do it. Like, when I have to take care of kids, like, it's like my full...
Keep
like,
going, Code, you're good.
I can't multitask with kids.
Wait, you filled your activation, so we gotta do the hits.
No, I didn't.
You said you've rolled a 1 on the activation
I
for
did not. I
Roosevelt.
rolled a 7.
For Roosevelt.
Yes,
Previous
yes,
guy.
yes. Roosevelt did fail. Sorry.
You're fine.
Correct.
So we need to resolve the hits.
Alright, Dead Man
So
Dead man, 8
from
at 8.
Alvin.
Pure needs to roll his defense, and you need to roll the strength of your weapon to see if you take him out.
Oh no! Oh no! That's a 2. That
Means
makes it a 10.
Yep.
Well, I rolled a 4, which I have a strength 7, weapons,
So,
that
11.
makes an 11.
So Alvin gets an XP. Dead man down, pure.
Does he only have one?
He has 1 HP, I
thought
believe.
There were 2.
Did you get 2 HP on 2 wounds on dead man, or just 1?
No, he hasn't upgraded yet.
Okay, because the figure said 2, so I was assuming that's why.
No,
I
no,
was
no, no,
pumping
no.
him full
2
of
of
bullets.
2. 2 of 2 is he has 2 different states. He's a state machine. He can switch his looks.
Okay.
If you put it over Alvin, he's 2 of 4 because he has 4 different states he can look.
Oh.
I don't understand what you're talking about with states.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, I live in Mississippi. I mean, like, there's Alabama, Louisiana, Arkansas. What are you
Wrong
talking
type
about?
of state.
I'm messing with you. I know y'all don't understand. I mean, apparently my jokes don't come through very well ever online.
Keep in mind I'm sleep deprived, so most jokes will go over my head right now.
Bob is gonna have a 7.
So, Alvin got the credit for that kill, even though Theo
Yep.
pumped him full of bullets too.
Yep.
Alvin gets 2
Because
kills.
you rolled Alvin's first.
Dang.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So, and now you need to resolve Roosevelt and Redshirt
High
Rodney
Priest of Bob.
against High Priest of Bob.
Right.
So High Priest of Bob.
Rodney first.
Okay. High Priest of Bob defense versus strength. Oof.
That's an 11.
An 8.
Yep.
1 wound.
Yep.
Does he have more than 1?
He has 2. Yeah.
So Rodney
Alright.
wounded. He did
Rodney
wound.
Does Rodney get any XP for
Yes. XP for
out of action.
wounding or taking a model out of action.
All right. Glad we clarified that.
You're
a wound?
good.
And the second? Ooh, that's a strong shot. Strength 15.
Oof.
11. I should have known the dice were going to turn on me today.
Finally, the bullets work! Alright, I'm about to get burned to a crisp, but at least we killed some.
That is a point there. It'll be interesting.
Alright.
It's about to get real. I mean, my dead man can't die, but my high priest can die. I'll activate my zealot. He activates because he's within 1 inch of a motivator.
Isn't motivator nice?
Yeah. It
That's
helped
3
me
and a
out.
half. 3 and a half. I get 2.5 more. All right, drop the flame template over all these guys.
Won't fit over all of them. Just most. Yeah, it doesn't work very well. Let's do this.
Can you do that for me?
Yeah, move him back to where he was.
My guy around.
So
Alright.
you can hit. What would you say there, Code? Looks like he can hit 4 of your people there.
His movement is 5?
Yeah.
Alright, that's a legal move. Yeah.
Alright, so
you
those
can hit
4,
those 4.
they're only partial, so they can try to evade
No.
if you do that.
It was all the way in. Alvin's a solid hit,
Yeah,
but the other 3 are partials, so they
Right.
can roll metal to get out of it, which is
Right.
bullshit. But
well, at
So
least
which one's a solid hit?
Alvin.
Alvin,
The others can
Okay.
roll a metal test to try to evade.
Alright.
still think that,
We'll
in my
start...
opinion, that
Technically,
the
it's an
rules should
agility
be-
test.
I think that they should take. I think that even if they get half turned in and half burned in, or they should have to move or something like that, they can't just dodge
No,
it away. But
They do
That's just my
dodge,
opinion.
and they have to move outside it, so they will have to shift out from where the template was. And they do that if
Alright.
they succeed the agility test. So it does state they have to move out of that area, so they aren't hit if they pass their agility test. Their agility test is to see if they can move out or not. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. It's basically a emergency activation to let them move
So
just outside the
Roosevelt
area.
moved.
He passed his metal test.
Yep. Rodney. Come on, Rodney.
So that's one thing I like about this game, Pure, is exactly what you said, is that it makes sense. Literally what you said is actually the rule.
That is literally a 9. Sorry, Rodney.
Nope. Richard Rodney gets
Rodney
hit by
did
the
not.
fire.
Theodore. So motivator only applies to the activation, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
this isn't technically a metal test. It is a
Theodore
agility test. There are
does
certain
not.
things that give you boost to agility.
Theodore doesn't either. I don't
That's
think
correct.
that. I don't think that the flamer's gonna have the power to bring down the power armor anyway.
Might. You never know.
Plus, all those people have to take a second burn test. So
Later on, yeah. I don't have a burn token, so Pure, just remember that when turn switches.
I'll remember it. All right, so let me see. Next guy to activate.
Do this not resolve? This resolves at the end like a ranged?
It's a ranged attack.
Yeah, when I fail my activation.
Okay.
So all 3 are hit.
I'll try to activate my leader. Activates. Warlord's movement is what?
5.
Is it 5?
All standard is 5, so unless he has something that increased it, 5. Animals do usually get
Warlord does move
6.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Good to know. That's why I didn't say he does. I just said standard is 5. Since they're melee specialists, maybe they got a boost for that reason.
All right, so that's 5, and I still have 1 more inch to move. Click. Oh wait, escape. F1. Escape. Okay. And now 6 movement here to get into melee.
Which if you charge, you can make an attack at the end of it.
I charge, yeah. And I have a spear, so I get plus ½ inch.
Yep.
I can't rotate my screen right now, so...
It's fine, man.
Let me see who I'm in range of. I should have all of them, yeah.
What's the reach of your weapon?
It's
1 inch?
plus a ½ inch.
Half inch.
Spear.
Looks like Alvin and Theodore are 0.8, 0.9, but the red shirt Rodney is 1 inch. Or 0.1 inch.
I'll take it on Alvin.
Okay.
Wait, he's going to have a higher defense, right? Because he's a leader. I'll take it on Theodore.
I think they have the same defense.
Really?
It's just Alvin has 2 wounds. Alvin has 2 wounds.
Well, take it on Theodore anyway.
That's fine. That's fine.
And my melee on my Warlord is going to be a 7.
Theodore melee. Or no, yeah, Theodore melee.
Damn it, man.
Code?
12.
Melee.
Yep.
Sorry.
It'd be a 12.
Against.
Your target
Yeah,
number is
well,
12 because
I
the verse.
exactly have a 12.
So defense wins, unless he has a special rule otherwise, like his dog.
I apologize. Are you attacking Rodney or the other guys?
Theodore.
Attacking Theodore.
Warlord
Good, 'cause
tried to
if that
spear
was
Theodore.
Rodney, you would have won. But since it was Theodore, you lost.
We need bases really, because I mean, like
Yeah.
not having bases is kind of sucking for like being able to see shots, because that's usually the rules. If you can see the base, you can see the character. I need a GM check on the Gospel's shot to the Bettyzo.
Gospel to who? Betty?
Betty's, yeah. I can see him on a.
You can see his eyeball.
I mean,
She'll have plus
I
one
think
cover,
I
but
have
you
no
can hit her.
Cover.
Plus one cover, but
Huh?
you can hit her. She gets cover bonus, which is a +1,
That's heavy
but
cover.
that's it. You'd think that's heavy?
That's not light cover. Oh yeah.
She's
only the
halfway
eyeball's
exposed.
visible.
I'll go with light cover, but I mean it's GM's call, so.
Let me
Well,
look.
if you were talking base, then a lot more of it would be exposed. Because
Yeah, that's why- that was my
is
reason.
huge. But the base is way bigger than it should be, so it should have been shrunk.
Right. I mean, it's GM's call. I mean, I'll go with whatever.
It's not a
y'all call.
large size model.
Yeah, give me a moment to look. Go ahead and roll your activation and everything.
Activates.
Be a lot easier to hit me if you took out the Brahmin first.
I will take out the Brahmin. I don't care about victory points. You've already taken out 3 of my models. Some of my models were like level 2, you know? I mean, like, you're really being a jerk right here.
You attacked his ward. Well, I told you to attack his
I thought
ward,
we were
but you know.
mates.
We are
I ignored you that last battle.
I ignored you that last battle. Don't get cocky, boy.
Heavy cover. What determines heavy cover?
Any model in base contact with a structure is considered in heavy cover. But since I'm in base contact with the outside wall of the structure, I'm not sure if it counts.
The GM's call, whatever, or we can roll odds and evens, or whatever you want to do.
Aw, man.
What's that?
We've been forgetting to have you guys roll morale when the model that got hit wasn't wounded. So for ranged
Yeah.
attacks,
Yeah, I think only 2 of my guys have. I can't remember if Frothing does it or not, but
for ranged attacks, you're supposed to roll a will test to see if you dive or, dive for cover, go prone.
yeah, I got you.
If the ranged attack hits and doesn't wound. Of course, if it wounds, you're out, so. Or technically, for the 2 wound models, it's supposed to be if you are wounded and not dead.
I mean, 3. I mean, I've already lost almost half of my army in the first turn.
But those things I would have to be doing too. I really need to read up on the rules.
What's that? I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said.
Sorry. The rules of what happens if you get hit and not killed is something that matters a lot to my guys because of our armor. You know,
Very true. Yeah, that's
happened a
very
lot.
true. Because my guy has I mean, like my leader has unfazed, for example, and wait a minute. Oh wait, put the dead man back on the board. He has gung ho. He gets one more activation after he's taken out of action.
That's funny.
And he can't die because he has a +1 on his on all of his on his rolls, so he can never die. He can just take the disadvantages from getting hurt. Like that was one of the goals of my dead man, was to see how messed up I could get him before I have to take him out of action.
He really can't die? How is that possible?
When you
Because
roll on
only
the
way he can
injury
die is the roll of 1
after combat to see if they live or
He
die.
always gets a +1, so he can never die.
Mhm.
Actually, that's why they call him the dead man. He's like a zombie or whatever.
Nice.
Here's the thing. We can give him light cover, and the cow can be providing cover, or we can give him heavy cover and have it be going through the building and you avoid the Brahmin.
Take
Keep in-
light cover then.
Keep in mind, if you take the cow out, you don't get points.
I don't care. I just want to kill his people now because he's killed me. I'll kill all the cows now.
That may not be good for your reputation. Because it also means you don't get the reward. Because part of the reward at the end of the mission is how many of the cows you have in your possession.
Yeah, I'm not worried about rewards. I'm worried about, like, getting even.
Just making sure you're clear.
Way to role play.
I'm a raider.
Yes, but the Viking raiders were very impressive at being merchants.
They wanted the money, yeah. Money's important.
Thinking of Mad Max, have you seen Mad Max Fury Road?
Yes.
That's my raiders. Mad Max Fury Road raiders. That was my whole inspiration for this army, this warband. I mean,
Please tell me you have a guy named Taserface.
not yet. Because he doesn't have a religious name. If he had a religious name like Taserface, the priest of Taserface or something like that, or the Pope Taserface. I'll name my next guy the Pope Taserface. Pope Taserface. That's the next guy I got. All right, ready for the roll for the plasma rifle. I get a +1 for aiming. Get a -1, so it's going to be, and there's going to be a 5. I have no bonuses for that.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I got to activate for. Hopefully, I get a critical activation.
So,
A 9, so I'm definitely activate the shot. The shot is +1 -1. It's going to be a miss. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost absolutely positive. Melee range is 5. 5 + 8. It's an 8. It's a miss.
alright.
Son of a bitch.
Well, at least you didn't worry about taking out the Brahmin.
I wasn't worried about taking out the Brahmin.
Yeah, if that was a 9, I'm pretty sure you would have hit the Brahmin.
Actually, essentially, I was treating it as though they're in melee, so it was a 50-50 of who you hit.
9
If you
for
hit.
the exalted right here.
Ah, that works.
I figured it made the most
So-
logical sense.
He has a move of 5. So it takes me 2 to get there, so I have 3 left.
What page are that metal test things on?
23, I believe it was, for range combat.
Okay. Damn it, Brian, get out the way.
This book could use
We'll
some
attack
improvement.
the Betty Zoe.
He doesn't like your
Just
robot.
For some background, Betty Zoe is the name of my grandma. But
Sure, you're
the
killing
word
his grandma.
Zoe means life.
Okay, well, sorry, Grandma.
Melee?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Um, 12.
Yeah, you win melee. Defense.
Fortunately, strength is 6.
Defense 17.
Defense 17 against a robot. Damn, I got an 11.
Yeah, he has a ballistic shield, and he gets extra armor being a robot.
This is not. I'm doing really bad this game now. All right, this is not going my way. I'm gonna activate the high arc. Metal 6. Got it. Barely.
You have someone else to activate?
Yeah. This cat
Oh.
back here. I'll take a shot at the Brahmin because I don't have any other shots.
All right. What happened?
Hit.
Sorry about that. I was.
The Brahmin gets a hit token from the plasma rifle.
Oh, fun. Who hit him?
The plasma rifle guy. His name is the High Arc.
High arc.
Now, here is the question.
That's
My
not good.
Exalted is in hand to hand with the Brahmin. So is that am I in danger, even though I have no line of sight against the Exalted, am I gonna have to take the chance of shooting my Exalted?
Yep.
I've already claimed a shot, but
Yeah, it'd be
no
between the
chance of
3 of
shooting.
them. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 reroll.
Oh, sure. Roll to see who it hits. 6.
Well, you hit Betty Zoe at that.
Yep.
Alrighty. Power 9. Again, give Betty Zoe a hit with a strength 9 weapon.
There you go.
And do I have anybody else to activate? Oh, I can't
Dead man
activate the
gets another shot, right?
Right.
Technically, Dead Man was there then, which means he should have taken an agility test or gotten flamed.
I don't think he would actually be in the way because the template would have been smaller right there.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it hit it. It looks
Okay.
like you missed it right there.
Yep.
Do you agree or no, Joe?
I agree.
Okay.
It was close, that's why we double checked.
Activation for the Dead Man. Activates. I will charge Roosevelt.
The one who killed you. Very nice.
Is that in range right there? It looks like it's in range. Right there. Okay.
Yeah, you can easily get there.
Melee roll. Melee is a 9 or an 8.
Roosevelt.
Oh, what the hell, man? I am rolling so bad today. Melee is a 8, is a 9, so I got
Yuck.
a 12.
I got a
Even
6
with-
melee.
Alright.
Defense. Come on.
Strength versus
come
defense.
on.
Wait. Put him back where he was. Oh, put him back about where he was. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to grab him.
There you go, move the dice over a little bit, make it a
Well.
little easier.
We're We're about to see if he got his final blow in. I think he does.
2.
What did you get?
Strength is 6. Strength is 6 plus 5, but strength plus 6 plus 5 is an 8.
That's it?
Yeah.
Because I got a 10 and I thought I was about dead.
But he does get poisoned.
Okay.
It's at the end of the turn. Don't worry about it. Just pure will bring it up at the end of the turn
Okay.
before we go to
Yeah,
turn
poison
3.
You have poison tokens?
No, there's no poison or burn tokens.
Or
No,
Can
no.
you make them? I mean,
The end
you're
of the
like a
turn.
wizard on this thing. Can you make a poison and burn tokens?
I'll need to. I just haven't been able to yet.
Tell you
we
what,
need
man.
to resolve the hits now.
Right.
Betty Zoe.
Betty Zoe's hit is a strength 9.
Why is there a hit token next to
Oh my
Mr.
god.
Warlord?
There's not one. Oh my god. An 11 against Betty Zoe. I am rolling the worst I've ever
Wow.
rolled in my whole life. I have rolled nothing. I have not rolled over a 5 this whole game.
That might be enough though. Double checking.
What's her armor?
Base 8 plus 2, 10.
Verse 11?
Gosh. Dude.
That would do it.
You took out the robot.
Alright, so the dead man gets an experience point.
No. Did he
No.
take out Roosevelt? I thought you were rolling
No,
against
your,
Betty Zoe for the hierarch.
Took out
Wait,
Betty
am
Zoe.
I confused or something?
Plasma
Oh, wait, no.
on Betty Zoe
Yeah.
from hierarch.
So, okay, the hierarch.
Dead man did his last round and died. Well, out of action.
One is
Betty Zoe is down. Betty Zoe is down.
the hierarch. The hierarch is Mr. Plasma Rifle. Where is he? Sorry, everything's on paper, man. I just can't keep track of stuff on the computer. So where's my sheet with all the? Oh no, man! I have really screwed myself this game, dude. I had 3 re-rolls and I did not use any of them.
Nope, you haven't yet.
Okay.
Who
I
did that?
am-
The exalted or the?
The hierarch.
It is now my turn
Took
to
Betty Zoe
activate,
out.
right?
No, we still have a lot more hits to.
What other hits need to be resolved?
Theodore, Alvin, and Rodney all get burned
Yeah.
and get burn tokens,
Well,
and
we need-
the poison against Roosevelt.
We need to see if the
Please.
zealot
So
The burn
first
save.
we have to
damages them. So standard.
First the burn damage, and then also first the hit damage, and then the burn damage afterwards. And Roosevelt gets a burn token after.
What do you
all of
mean the
them-
hit damage?
Okay, it's a standard
The
ranged
boiler-
attack that
boiler
hit.
gets-
So you need to roll
Yeah.
strength versus defense for the 3 people who are hit by the flamer. That is Red Shirt Rodney, Theodore, and Alvin. You need to roll to see if they took the damage and go out of action or not.
Red shirt.
Okay, so Rodney first is strength 6.
Okay, Rodney.
Oh my god, a 7. What is going on? Can I get a new dice, please? This is you have obviously cheated.
All right. Rodney has a defense of 16.
There's a 3. There's a 7. Seems to be rolling all right, man. That's a new one for you.
Good.
There you go. Got a 6.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
rolling good for me though. You obviously have a mod put in.
Nah.
That would be a
Never
very
would do that.
useful mod to have.
If you want, we can swap dice with code, and we can make your red one blue and his blue one red if it
No,
makes you feel
I
better.
was only kidding, guys. I was only kidding. I'm not.
Nah, nah,
doing
it's
any
cool,
cheating,
man.
you know?
It's cool. It's cool.
Well, Rodney survived that. Theodore next.
Theodore next, yes.
Okay.
That's gonna be. Was that a 1?
Yes.
Oh, a 7.
Well, I rolled a 2, so.
This on.
Well, I could roll this too.
Yeah. Alvin or Theodore.
That was
1.
Theodore. So I rolled a 2 and
Yep.
a 1, which gave me 12. Okay, and Alvin.
Rodney was safe. Theodore, safe. Alvin.
Another one? Are you effing kidding me?
You said to switch dice. Maybe you shouldn't have.
17.
I didn't switch dice. I used the same one.
No, I swapped out because you said to make a new one, so I did.
Oh no! I didn't
No.
highlight the new dice. Don't start with me. I'm rolling so bad today. This is like I was rolling good earlier, and now I'm rolling so bad. We should have never taken a break. Codemaster in his bedtimes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so none of those hit, but they still get strength 5 hits for burn, and then we have to roll the strength 5 poison for Roosevelt. So all of them have to roll strength 5 hits now for burns or poison.
Actually, that's at the end of the turn. And
It's the end of the turn.
no, it's the end of your round within this turn.
All right, all my guys have activated.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I
once
still have some
everyone's done
activations.
activating and it goes to turn 3, that's when you do it.
And like this
Well-
has been a decimating turn for me right here. I lost
Okay.
3 people and didn't do anything to anybody because of these rolls.
Simon is going to activate now. Now
You
he
took
still has
Betty's
to
O
get
out.
it
You took
done.
his medic out. That's not nothing.
Something, but I mean, it's not. I mean, it doesn't equal losing 3 people.
Didn't say it did, but you did make it where he
He
can't bring him
activates.
back. He did bring Simon back,
Right.
and now he can't
I'm
do that
going
again.
to charge attack Mr. Exalted there. With a melee. $12. Or 13 rather.
8.
So you're going melee instead of shooting?
Yes, I'm in melee.
13, so I beat it.
Yes. Second melee. 8. Really?
Oh, come on, dude. A 1?
Well, you still match mine, I think. What do you get?
7.
I win the melee. Apparently, I'm just slightly stronger than you in melee. Okay, strength 9, hit. Let's see what
Roll your
damage do we do.
defense pure.
15 total.
Defense on him.
Defense is going to be a 7. 11.
All right, he's wounded or gone.
Does he have 2 health or 1?
What did you roll? How high did you roll?
I rolled right there a 6 plus my 9.
That was 7. I'll re-roll.
Expend 1 reroll. Cannot use another reroll
Okay.
till next round. Well, next turn, not next round.
Oh my god.
That ties
Okay.
or not?
It was a good choice.
No, it doesn't.
No.
So exalted 1 HP or 2.
1.
Okay, so he's out.
So I've lost half my warband in 1 turn.
Yep, which also means you're going to need to roll a morale.
Isn't that a metal check?
I'm
Now,
screwed, dude.
My
I
guys
can't- I mean,
might all burn to death this round too, though. Keep that in mind.
Why?
All right, I have activated. Well, let's activate these caravans.
So yeah, on the next turn, well, at the end of this turn, the remaining people will need to roll a metal check to see if they stay or run.
I need to run. I want to quit. I can't afford to lose any more people. I only have 20 barter script, and
If
I
you want
still
to
have
choose to
zero.
bail, I will allow it, and that just basically means Codemaster can take 1 round of shooting at you if he wants, but you basically... Sorry, I had a
Any
sneeze.
barter script or any cards.
You
or
basically
anything.
can just pull everyone off the board if he wants to let you flee. Then you just pull everyone off and you're done. And he gets everything counted as in his possession.
I will actually choose to retreat because I
Okay.
haven't lost. I haven't lost my warlord or my two relics, and if
Okay.
they die, I could lose my relics. So I will actually choose to retreat, which is very unfortunate.
Yep.
And I'm sorry about the delay, and I'm sorry about the waste of a game, but
Question.
It's fine.
This is important. You will not lose your relic. Why would you lose your relic?
because if they die on the field, you lose the relic. Like if I roll a death.
If they die.
I've read that if they die.
Not if they go down. If
Your
they
chance is like 1
die.
in 10, right?
Yes, but I also have a chance of, I'm going. I only have the broiler, the hierarch, and 2 plasma rifles left, and I'm a melee army. I lost the strength of my army.
Can I make one suggestion?
Sure.
This is the end of round. Let me finish activating. Let's roll what happens to my men from your broiler and the poison.
Sure. I mean, that makes sense. We have to finish the round anyway, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pack Brahmin, we need to roll what happened to him.
What do you mean he didn't get hit? I thought. Because he
didn't
shot
get hit,
into
that's
melee.
right.
And it took out Betty's O.
I did take out Betty's though, yeah. Don't do that. Don't move that way. If I do end up staying in the game, you're playing into my strengths.
Technically, he can grab the cow there and move it off the table then. And if he moves it off the table, it counts as his.
Terrible move.
Very kind of you, Pierre.
I'm not trying to be a jerk here. I mean, I'm getting my ass kicked, but I'm not trying to be a jerk. I was thinking about the tribal army I wanted to build. Maybe you could post it up and I could screenshot it because I need time to think. I can't just, look at it briefly.
If you look at the natives, the tribals that are in the core, most of it is the same. They just have 3 totem variants where you can get some slightly different variations.
Yeah, the tribals are not very good, but I know I looked at it and I got an idea for what I want to do. It's going to include a lot of animals, and then I really am disappointed they only have 1 psychic attack. That kind of sucks, but
they have if you go with crow, your animal switches from what it is to giant crow instead.
Yeah, can you get more than 1 of those massive of those guys?
The animals, yeah.
Yeah, because I want to get as many animals as I can. I want to be like really weird.
It's for every 2 frontline people, you can get a animal.
Do I have to include those ragtag guys?
Yeah. Well, them or the melee variant.
What about the rank? You can't use dogs, like, because I mean they're rank and file also.
You can, but the dogs aren't counted as one of the rank and file. It's for each dog you want to have. You have to have 2 non-dogs.
In the rank and file section, though.
Right. It is in the rank and file, but if you read the rules in the core rulebook for tribals for the animals, the dog, you get 1 for every 2 non-dogs in the rank and file that you have. So every 3rd rank and file model can be one of them.
One of the what?
For every 3rd rank and file model can be a dog. Or a beast.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't read the rules like
that.
that.
Are the dogs a specialist then?
No. They're rank and file.
That's the limit of the specialist.
Right, but no. The specialist is you need 3 non-specialist model for a specialist model. So it's actually more. For this, it says for every 2, the 3rd one can be a dog.
They have this janky ass rule though in tribal that it's totally. I mean, I'm totally have to rethink this tribal thing and really put my mind to making a decent tribal army because they're not melee and they have that stupid ragtag rule.
No. There is a melee variant for rank and file. There's the ragtag and the non-ragtag. The non-ragtag is a melee.
There's a barbarian specialist.
Yeah.
I think, but he's a specialist, so you can only have, Bronx, the door's open, dude. What is the problem?
Once we're done with this, we'll look at that other.
I really apologize about withdrawing, but I lost way too much in one turn. You know, like to continue this on whenever. You know, like
let's finish.
Yeah, Code. We're letting you finish up. So finish up your turn.
All right. So the activations are done. Now let's roll the damage on Rodney.
everybody's gonna take a strength. All three is gonna take a strength 5 hit. We're gonna start at Rodney.
No. They roll a metal check. If they fail, they take a strength 5 or a strength D6. I can't remember what it was. Yeah.
I thought they failed their metal check, so they
that was the hit, and that was a standard range attack roll that you did to see if they took the wound. Didn't
sure,
you?
I'm not going to look it up, so if you're sure, that's fine.
Didn't you already do the to wound roll at the end of?
Yes.
Yeah. So now it's flamer template condition.
So they weren't wounded, but this is now a second hit that happens basically. Or
Yes.
could happen.
I'm pulling up
It's
the
a
rules
metal
for you.
test.
I don't have the stream going because it messes my sound.
It's okay. It's okay. So I'm pulling it up here. Flammable and poison are the two things to consider.
Correct.
Flammable means that models hit by the weapon and don't follow the following effect. Instead of taking the normal graze, they have to do a morale test. On a fumble, the test is treated as a normal failure. They're not removed from play. There's a chance to ignite them. That's the part that we're talking about as well. Any model hit by a weapon with the flammable rule, whether wounded or not, must pass an agility test during cleanup phase, which is what we're at now, or suffer a D6 strength hit. If it passes, you put the flames out. If you fail, you take the hit and the flames are burning you. The same with the poison, but the poison is a survival test instead of a agility test.
But if you don't have any special perks for survival or agility, it's just a plain metal test, right?
Right. Which is why they do state that it's an agility and survival test, because it could play a part.
Yeah. Okay. Does a biohazard suit affect... I don't think it would affect that, would it?
No, I don't think it affects poison. Because it didn't say survival rules, it says survival rules for gases.
Okay. Well, he rolled a 5, so he has a metal of 10. Rodney passes.
There you go.
Metal of 10.
Theodore.
Well, no.
Oh, okay. Okay. He has a metal. Has a metal total metal of 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying he had a metal.
He hit the target 10.
Oh, dang. Oh, rolled a 9. I'm pretty sure Theo's good. Alvin. Uh-oh. That's a 3. But Alvin's the leader. His medal is 7. Good job, Alvin.
Good job.
Okay. They survive. Now Roosevelt needs to do his poison test. Please don't die. I had such high hopes for Roosevelt. And he passes.
Whew.
Hey, Roosevelt doesn't get to make a metal test against poison, does he?
It is a metal test against poison. It's, poison and flame are basically the same. It's just a survival test or an agility test. So it's a different.
It's always a strength 5, right?
No, they're both D6.
Oh wow. Rethink my army.
All right. So if you want to withdraw, since none of the outcomes have changed, we can call the game here.
Okay. I appreciate it. But
now I do need the two of you to make a call. Does this mean that Codemaster can take the time in the remaining rounds and get the animals off the table, or does it count them as on the table? I kind of think it would mean they're on the table, but that does mean he gets robbed of some XP and...
No, he can push them all the way across.
Murder script.
I think he should be able to push them all the way across, because I retreated, and then, so all he has to do is just push them across. It only makes sense. He should get all the victory points, all the XP, and everything like that.
No, that's fine.
I'm not willing to lose any more of my barter. I'm not willing to lose any more of my... Take the chance of losing any more of my warband.
No, you're fine. I was being clear, so it was clear for everyone, and we could make a decision. So, Thank
I mean,
you.
that's only fair. He's unopposed. Why would he just push him across the board?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like games like XCOM where if you win early, they just give you all the resources you didn't have time to go and collect.
Yeah.
I hate the games that
The
make you
rule
collect
doesn't.
the resource before you win.
Yeah, the book doesn't say, so I'm trying to make sure it was basically cleared and agreed upon. You know, better to be diplomatic and friendly than start, problems.
And
So,
start any problems. I mean, it's just a game.
yeah. Some people get emotional on them, so I'd rather avoid it. I didn't think either of you would, but, always super safe than super sorry.
I mean, we're not paying a tournament for money, Like, I mean, if we were playing a tournament for money,
Right.
it would be
Totally
different.
different. Right.
Yeah, like if we had a $20 buy-in and there's a $200 reward at the end of the night or something like that, then I would have a different opinion on it, But
All right.
you
So,
know what? I thought about this, Dimitri, the other day. I always call you Dimitri because I don't know how to say your name. I thought about this. You were asking me why in War Machine do the armies just fight for, without a storyline. It's just like the NFL. Why do the Saints versus the Chiefs play? It's a sport. I mean, but it's an army
Yeah.
and there's a lot of fluff behind it or something. I mean, I just consider it like a sport. Like it's
no, and I get that.
There's no storyline between the Saints and the Chiefs, but I mean they're going to play tomorrow at 3:00. So.
And that's kind of what I thought it was, but to me, I don't like that. I want there to be a reason.
Yeah, I understand that, but I was answering your question you asked me like last week or something.
Yep, you're good. That's kind of what I thought it was, so I appreciate it.
Do I get I don't get any because I retreated. I don't get any cards or anything, right?
You do. It's still standard on that.
Okay. I just need to roll my survival rolls after. I'll let Code go first since I was the retreater.
Well, I was gonna finish doing XP.
Sure.
And then we'll go from there. So
yeah, go ahead, man.
Everyone does get the 2 XP for being in the battle. So even the guys that are out of action, 2 XP for everyone. You get 1 XP for taking someone out of action as normal. Alvin gets 2 XP. And then you have to choose who gets 3 XP. For whoever moved the animal off the board gets 3 XP. So there's 4 of them.
Give me a second then. Get 2. And you get 2. Okay. Pretty sure I'm gonna give
You can't double up, right, though, or can you?
He could, because he could technically double back and bring the cow across.
Okay, that's fine. That makes sense.
I mean, that's he technically could have used his frontliner to have moved him across the board instead of shooting at all, and he would have got all the XP.
Yeah, I was just asking about the rule. I was just asking. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
like
no, I have it up here, and it doesn't say per model or anything. So
Roosevelt and Rodney both get 1 extra XP. And Roosevelt is going to have the honor of pushing them across.
All of them.
So is it 3 per person or 3 total?
it's 3 per cow. Only 1 model gets that.
In that case, I'm gonna give my 4 elites those each. So 1 each. Which might give me some XP for leveling. We'll see.
So yeah, it's 3 per cow, and disseminate it, like I said, as you wish. The other is per, and your warband leader gets 2 for being the winning leader. So Alvin gets 2 additional. So he gets 4 right off the bat from playing this time round.
Yeah. All right, I have recorded the XP. Thank you. What do I have to do to roll death for Betty? Or wound her. I'll look that up later.
You have to. I mean, we have to resolve those now, or maybe later. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll do those now. Just trying to get to that page. She woke up and is being fussy, so it's making it a little bit more difficult to
You
manipulate
need to take a break
things.
or something.
No, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to not have to worry about it. So, just going to do what I can. Where is it? After wasteland creatures, I believe. Oh. All right. So resolving injuries. You roll a 2d10.
Okay.
Oh, no. 2d10s for injury. You roll d10 to see on the survival table for each person out of action.
Okay. Got a 6.
A 6 is beat up. The model took a pretty bad beating, but should be fully recover in time. The model suffers -1 penalty to all rolls it makes during the next campaign game. No other ill effect.
That's bad, but...
-1 for next game. Well, I mean, if you went down from there, then you get to roll on the injury table. If you went up from there, then you get no ill effect. And if you got a 10, then you get extra XP. I remember Pierre got that for his guy. He tried to climb, fell, got taken out of action, and then got XP for falling and hurting himself.
That's great.
Right?
He learned.
Exactly.
Okay.
Pierre, did you want to roll for year 4?
So it's not just that rolling a 1 dies, but there are detriments that happen.
Yep. If you roll a 2, you're seriously wounded, which means you get 2 injuries. 3 to 4, you get 1 injury. And 1, you're dead. Unless you're above a certain rank, and then it's severely wounded. I think. Oh, wait, no. 2 for rank and file is dead. Rank and file and specialist treat 2 as dead. So, elite...
Specialists get... specialists. I thought you said...
Specialists.
Freeloader,
No. Mercs, elites, and leaders, 2 means they're severely injured, which means they get 2 injuries. 1 is dead for everyone. And that's why he said his dead man can't die, because he gets +1 on that list. And so he just gets severely wounded. Yeah.
This game went bad. Quick.
Pierre, were you going to roll for year 4?
Can you drop 4 dice for me?
Code, can you copy paste them then, or help with that? Because I'm got 1 arm.
Yeah, I'll move them over there. I can roll them 1 at a time. All right, we'll start with the mongrel. I'll roll them 1 at a time, in the order that they're in right now. Okay, so the first one is the mongrel. He is a rank and file. He rolls a 3.
A 3 is seriously wounded. Roll on injury table. 2d10.
Wait, what am I? Oh, I just threw a dice off the table.
There you go. There's a dice for each. Just leave him as 3 for now, and you can roll the other ones. We'll come back to him.
All right, here's the roll for the High Priest of Bob.
Ooh, +1 XP? Oh, you didn't roll it. Okay. A 9. He is fine. No injury. Better luck next time. He just got a little scar.
The next one is going to be the
Dead man?
He gets a plus
'Kay.
1.
Yep. 6. Beat up. -1 next game. And your final roll?
Last roll is for Exalted.
There you
10.
go.
He gets a
Plus 1.
XP.
Yep. Exalted went down in
Nice.
such style, he gets an extra experience. And now we'll go back to
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mongrel and see what happens. 2d10. Total,
5 and a 3 or 2d10.
you add them.
8.
So you get Insensible. You receive Soft Belly general ability.
I don't know what that does.
It's alright, we can look that up. Just mark that he has Soft Belly as his ability.
Alright. So that's that, huh? The only person that took anything was wait, what did the dead man rolled 6, right? So
Yeah.
So both of us had a -1 penalty to one guy who went down. Not bad. Not bad.
alright. So now we do the cards. You
Yeah,
wanna
give me
talk over
just
here?
one moment.
You know, this battle did not go as I expected. After
Kill it.
last on Thursday, I was expecting to die by your hand in melee. Because my whole
Okay.
thing is guns.
Yeah, I was
So-
planning on like I did not plan for it to go this way, I can promise you that.
Soft Belly means you receive -2 on all survival tests.
Write that down.
Is this technically a survival test when you roll whether you die?
Yep.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
But the mongrel is only an 18-point model. It's not that big a deal. But he has actually been one of the most productive members in my army. So,
You certainly talk about him the most, so that's pretty impressive.
well, he is an 18-point model that's probably got more kills than anybody on my team. But also because I have to keep him so far away from the rest of my army that he charges in. He charges in YOLO every time. Like
Get a pack of mongrels, so if one of them goes rogue, the other mongrels will take it down.
yeah, but what if 2 of them go rogue? I always put them as far away from I can, and I put them next to the range models. So when he turns around to run at the range models have time to shoot him down. That's
Yeah.
my strategy for them. So that because whenever me and Dimitri did a test match, Dimitri lost 3 out of 4 models when the mongrel rolled a 1.
Yep, it was great fun. All right, so
I've got my models stacked over here for their cards.
so for anyone who's not out of action and is not a leader, they can draw a card.
Leader can't draw a card?
Leader cannot. He's leading, so he's not able to draw a card.
Okay, so I only get 3 cards this match. And you're going to have 4 models, right? because you had okay, that's cool.
For winning, Codemaster can redraw 2 cards.
Nice.
So, okay. Oh, it just shows up over there because that's where my picture is. That's funny. Alright.
Yeah, because you dropped it in the
Do
hand.
I get to know...
Yes,
Do
just...
I get to know what the cards mean first before I
No.
try to redraw? Okay.
Actually, pull the rule book up.
I'm not going to do that.
He can't see your screen.
I have the rule book, so I could.
Right. I mean, the first time we played, we looked it up, when we did it, but then we found out we were not supposed to after that, and we didn't do it, so that's going to be a redraw.
Yep. Which I might use the additional in the other rulebook at some point, too. There's an expansion.
Alright, I'm going to redraw the 3. Ooh, I like aces. And redraw the 7. Do I have to keep the redraw?
Yes!
Okay.
You draw mine for me, please. The manipulation of the cards and stuff like that.
Shall I?
Alright, so you need 3 of them. Yeah, they're shuffled. So, 1, 2, 3.
Over here.
Bias people. So we know who got it.
Why are they showing up as question marks?
You have to move them slightly forward.
Yeah.
So
Just a second.
no longer questions.
Oh, wow.
Because they're in the zone.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, so...
And probably next to your guys there. Yeah.
Yep, he's good.
Yeah.
Like that. Just a second.
It's going to be 36 barter script. It's not for upkeep. I'm not give me. I have. What was it? I had 120 and he cost 102. That leaves me 18 total. 18 plus today. It's the thing about games of chance, you never know what's going to happen. I was rolling like a champ the first round, and then this second round I just rolled so bad that I had to retreat. But it wasn't worth losing my 2 plasma rifles and my 173 point leader, like taking a chance of losing one of them.
Models without cards simply receive 15 barter script. Let's see.
Okay, so my warlord will get 15 barter script for that?
No. Give me a minute. I'm looking through it.
Okay. I'm not trying to rush you. You got your hands full over there?
Yeah, you can assign up to 4 members from your warband. So max is 4, just to clarify.
Right.
Note, any models may be chosen for this lucrative duty except for leaders, freelancers, or models with animal type.
I cannot get a tribal army to work out. I think I'm going to make a mutant army. I have to look at a warband. If I cannot get the tribal army to work out. I was wanting to make a mutant warband, but I just wasn't sure about it. And the mutant warband is almost as complicated as a tribal army to make a good warband, because I can't help myself but try to make it as hard as, like try to make the best possible rule exploitations I can.
Yeah, I mean, you make some very flavorful guys.
Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
I like that dead man. He's pretty scary.
He's 50 points, but I mean, he's 50 points. If you dual wield him, he gets a +1 to melee, and he's frothing, so he gets a +1 to melee. So he gets a 9 melee. He has an 8 defense
Wow.
and a 7 strength. Plus, if you give him a slaughter blade, he gets the poison effect.
Mm-hmm.
But he does cost 3 barter script for upkeep every turn.
So
every
your
time.
high melee helps guarantee that your slaughter blade at least deals the poison damage.
Correct.
That's nice.
So yeah, you got 36 barter script currently pure.
Yep, that's what I figured. 6 plus the Jack of Hearts. Is it the Jack or the King? I can't say Jack. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll do that in just a moment.
Should
Sure.
we have drawn from the same deck?
No, I think each person gets their own deck, or I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure.
Which
but I
is
thought I-
fascinating because we both drew the
It's
Ten of
it's
Hearts and the
supposed to
Jack
be
of Hearts.
different than I've been doing it, but I'm doing it this way for now. It's supposed to be one deck shared against everyone for the whole campaign.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't get that at first, and so I was trying to not change it up mid-campaign.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, it's good to keep a static quo, or at least until other armies in this campaign get to this point, and then we can start using the same deck the whole time.
So, you both have a Jack of
This-
Hearts. So, Jack of Hearts is a harrowing experience. The model ventures into an area that is avoided by most. Do you choose to proceed, or do you stay close to home?
I'll proceed.
Roll a survival test.
Rodney's had a good experience so far.
For the model, it's the survival test for the model that goes.
Oh, good. I passed it.
Rodney's got a 11.
That's a
the-
9.
What's the test? Is it 10 or 12?
Oh, okay, Rodney, you're here's your model.
So, did you both pass?
I think so. Is it 10 or 12? Because I got an 11.
It's a 10.
Yeah,
Yes.
I passed
Okay.
it with a 9 for the gospel.
Give him 2 experience points.
Ooh. Okay.
No barter script or anything, just 2 experience points.
There's barter script as well. I'll give you that to you in just a moment.
Take your time, man.
Yep. Sorry. Thank you for your understanding. Ace of clubs. H2O, yeah!
That sounds good.
So you find a cache of water.
You've already had this one.
Uh-huh.
It's in your first game.
Yeah.
It's
Keep
a
going.
metal test at 12.
Yeah, you can read it to him. Well,
I don't have it pulled up anymore,
Okay.
but it's a metal
I
test
do.
at 12. Yeah, metal test at 12.
Metal. Well, I rolled it here. I already rolled because I was going to go for
Okay.
him this time.
and what
I rolled
was...
a 5, which is not going to pass the metal test. So
Okay.
he does not pass.
If failed, you delay, and Rivers
Gains
get it.
nothing in the...
Yep.
Ooh.
What
The
is it?
enemy...
Okay.
Code, you read it. He's
Yep.
obviously tied up.
Please read that
So,
code.
if failed, the model's delayed and their rivals find the water instead. The model gains nothing, and the enemy warband that played against this model's warband last game, which is this game, does not have to pay warband upkeep after their next game. Congratulations. You have to pay this upkeep but not the next one?
So, yep. So if you hire on a whole lot of people and your upkeep skyrockets, next game you can use to buffer your barter script and pay for it.
That's really dumb. They should just make it easy to keep track of and just say this game.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's ridiculous that it's not this game. Can we get a ruling on that?
It can be this game. I'm fine with that. Yes. All right. So you get 30 additional barter script for the other card. So Pure got 66 for this game, and Code got 112 for this game total.
Dang.
That's good. I mean, I got 163 one time, but that's the most I've ever got.
Yeah.
But you also got a lot of victory points and stuff, so.
Yeah. Each of the cows that got off the table was worth 10. Any that were in possession at the end of the game and weren't off the table were only worth 5.
Alright. I've got to roll Betty Zoe's thingies now. Well, okay, we rolled that. There's nothing special for upkeep wise for. Okay.
Right.
And paying my upkeep leaves me with 115 barter script.
I'll be back in just a minute, and I'll pull up the stuff for you there.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back. Thanks, man. The kids in the neighborhood, I was supposed to be having a bonfire cooking s'mores, you know, like with the kids in the neighborhood, my 11-year-old, and then they canceled twice already, so I guess we're just gonna have it with just me and him. I'm assuming everybody's on break. Hello, folks out there in internet land.
That bonfire sounds fun.
A hole in my yard from a tree I had to get taken out, and I had a bunch of sandbags left over from the hurricane, so I just built a little fire pit. And because we had a hurricane, there's no shortage of firewood.
We just had the worst ice storm in at least since 2007. So
Where do you live?
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City.
Both of us do.
Are you a sports fan? OU?
No, I don't believe in sports.
Well, I mean, you can't not believe in them. They obviously exist.
I don't know. They obviously exist for some people. Just like other people don't believe in video games.
I mean, you have to believe in video games because there's verified empirical evidence that they exist. You cannot be a fan of video games, or you cannot support video games, or whatever, however you want to say it. But you cannot say you do not believe in video games because there's empirical evidence that they exist.
No, actually, if you want to go that far, the word belief implies something entirely different than factual evidence.
Okay.
You don't have to believe that a dollar exists.
Apparently,
I don't know really what belief means exactly, but it seems to be a little bit different from factual evidence. We also seem to be able to choose to believe nonsense.
Well, I mean, obviously, Facebook is the most reliable source of news on the internet. So, crickets. I don't have Facebook at all. I have a Facebook account like that is non-existent because my wife made it for me because I was painting miniatures for money, and I had to have a Facebook account to do that. But that's the only reason I even have one. And I think the name is like Scotty Pimpin or something like that is the name of the account.
That's terrible.
Not my name at all.
All right. Thank you both for.
Scotty Pimpin is a terrible name. How dare
Yeah. Thank you for your patience as I deal with this chaos. I got them both eating right now, so hopefully that works.
Yeah. I understand, man.
Yeah, my wife had something she had to take care of out of the house, and so I got two crazy kids who are, doing the kid thing.
Yeah,
all right.
What's happened?
For what?
Hello. What happened here?
So that would be game 6.
My son's switching HDMI ports.
Let's see. So did you want to do mutants, or you want to look at the tribals? You said.
I want to screenshot the tribals, and I want to make a decision after that because I want to make, I don't want to play something I'm not happy with. So.
Yeah. So quickly to show you, the War Beast is one of the big things tribals have.
Yeah.
And it states on the War Beast itself, always use this, right? And it also says that, where is it? A warband may only have one War Beast for every 2 non-War Beast rank and file model. So you can go with either of the other 2 variants of rank and file. So there's the Tribal Warrior and the Tribal. The Tribal Warrior is more of a melee sort, whereas the Tribal would be more used for ranged. Given that, 4 ranged versus 3 and 6 melee versus 4.
I mean,
Makes
with
sense.
Ragtag, you might as well go with. I mean, you basically have to go melee unless you want to go bow and arrow.
No, yeah, bow and arrow.
Well, I'm gonna sign off, guys.
Bow and arrows are
Fun.
not bad because it's +1 strength, so it's a strength 6 weapon for no barter script. See ya, Code.
Thanks for the game, man. Good game.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's definitely can have a lot of them.
Yeah, but that's a lot of XP you're going to give up to the other army too because they're getting wiped out.
Potentially, yeah. But I mean, you use them as kind of what Acid was doing, is using them as basically the ranged support firing in, where the War Beast is the melee shield that goes charging in, has the higher durability, but can go in there and get up in their face, but they're being peppered by the other guys in the back, so it's like who to deal with. The alternate war bands, the totem tribals, are in this book, and page 50. They have the Laughing Crow, Hungry Wolf, and Diamondback. The crows.
Make that as big as you can, so I can screenshot that.
Just the flavor text about them, or the actual mechanics?
Just go through one at a time. All right, I'm gonna grab this one.
Okay, because it starts here just talking generally about them and all of them.
Because
And then it goes to the flavor text about each group, and then it goes into the details that are different between each.
level 1. All right, I got that page. Go to the next page.
So this is technically the next page. I don't know if you already got this one or not.
No, I haven't got it. I got the Laughing
Okay.
Crow. I got that one. The one with the Laughing Crow. 51. Go to the next
Yep.
page.
So this is using the totems.
Okay.
It tells you about
let
them.
Let me grab that one.
Let me know when you're good.
You save that. All right. Next one.
So just so you know, the Psychic Avatar is a bonus that the Shaman gets, and it gives them different depending on their group.
Okay.
And then you have the Warrior Lodge. They each get different things.
All right. Let me grab this one. Hold on.
So the totem groups don't like relics, just so you know. Technophobic.
Yeah, that's cool.
But they get, other bonuses for doing so. So one of the big differences is, for example, the Laughing Crows don't get the standard animal. They actually get giant crows instead.
Right. Berserker Cult looks like something I like.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the next. Is there another page?
Yeah. So this is definitely adds flavor. And then they have new specialist.
All right. Let me grab this one. Can you unhighlight it?
Yeah, I just did. But these aren't all for the tribals. The only one for tribal is the Chronicler. The Big Lug, the Bloodhound, and the Dominant are for other warbands. So Peacekeeper, Caravaner, Mutants.
All right, I got that one.
And then this just goes on with the other specialists that are, Raider only, Mutant Cannibals only, Preservers, stuff like that.
This book. Where'd you get this book from?
I bought it.
You bought it? You can't You can't post it in your thing, or you don't want to cheat the company.
I'm trying to be nice to the company because they asked that you not do that.
I understand. I totally agree. I mean, I totally agree on you not screwing over the company. I just was, I was just trying to cheat. You're right. I shouldn't.
I need to ping the guy again and ask him if I can get the discount code, because then you guys can buy it at a slight discount, even if it's 10%. I figured, it's helpful. So I need to see. I haven't heard back from him. Okay, bud. So, I need to ping him again and try to see if I can get that. But yeah, it's definitely a fun system. I really like it. And I want to support the guy if I can, because I think he made a good system.
Yeah.
And it's been fun seeing you guys enjoy it, because I think it's a really enjoyable system to go with too.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed in myself that I had 2 more rerolls that could have kept me in this game. And
keep in mind those rerolls aren't just for you. It's 1 per turn, but it's a reroll.
This all happened in 1 turn, so
Yeah, you should have used one in your first turn. Probably would have helped, and then you had that one in the second turn.
Well, I didn't lose anybody. I lost 4 members in 1 turn. I lost four models in 1 turn.
Right. It's pretty crazy.
So the rerolls, 1 reroll a turn wouldn't have. I mean, I could have possibly could have saved 1 model, but I didn't. So.
Right.
And I did spend 1 trying to save 1 model. So.
Yeah, you did.
I did do it, so I shouldn't feel bad about not rerolling my rerolls. The only thing I could have rerolled better was
I was meaning, like, you could have used it in the first turn, when he
What
was
happened?
rolling.
What did, I was away. I was away from AFK from the roll on his Zoe on his medic.
Oh,
What happened to that?
same thing you got on Deadman. -1 next
Huh?
game.
North one next game. Okay.
Yeah, so you both have -1 on all rolls next game. You could have used your reroll on Betty Zoe when he did it, and made him re-roll to see if he actually got Simon back up, and he would have had to re-roll and taken that result, and it could have been worse. In which case, Simon may not have gotten up.
True enough. True enough. And he would have lost all that armor and everything. I didn't play that very well. You're right. I didn't use all my tools. I should have played that a little better.
It's cool, man. I'm only saying it for educational purposes to improve things going forward.
Appreciate it, and you're pointing out that I misplayed. You're not pointing it out in a malicious way. You're pointing it out that you know that I made him. Like I could have played it better, and I appreciate that. I wasn't saying that you're pointing it out in a malicious way or anything like that. Hey, you dumbass. You were like saying like, hey, this is something I saw that you could have played better, and I appreciate that.
I'm always for helping and educating each other to play better.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar to whenever he was going to move that guy closer to my side of the table. I was like, don't do that, dude. I mean, there's a whole wall there and all that stuff. I mean, like, that was a bad choice. And I was like,
you could have grabbed the cow and moved it around the wall, and then he couldn't have cut up, and you could have just moved it right off the map. Right. And that would have been 3 experience and 10 barter script for you.
Yeah, but fortunately enough, he failed that water roll, which really saved my bacon.
Yeah, right. That was awesome. Yeah, otherwise, he would have been able to not pay upkeep for D3 games.
Yeah, I mean that's really sweet, and I mean the whole I mean that really saved my bacon. I really didn't lose very much this game. I mean all I lost was my dead man gets -1 stats for one turn. I mean for one game.
And your dog has -2 on survival.
Yeah, but I mean it's an 18-point model. I mean even though he's level 2 now, I mean, he's still an 18-point model.
I mean, a replacement is 18 points. I mean, he doesn't have the upgrades, but yeah, it's a lot less than if it was one of the higher models.
Be elite or something like that. Yeah, I mean, so I really came
like your XR, you're exalted getting +1 XP. That was great.
That's the second time that's happened too.
Yeah. First was your High Arc. In the first game, falling off a rock and getting 1 XP for it. And in this game, your Exalted gets 1. It's pretty cool.
You have a good memory. You have a good memory too to remember all these games and remember the exact details of that one game. I mean, what is it?
Good fun points like that I remember. Every turn I don't remember. But fun little points I remember.
Right. So I give you credit for that. Do you need to go, or you got time, or whatever? I mean, we can chit chat, or.
I don't know. I need to look at that. I'm gonna quickly take a break and get coffee and stuff, and then I'll figure out what I need to do, and then be back and let everyone know. So
I just straighten out firewood for the bonfire tonight, and I will check back with you in a little while.
Cool. If I'm in, I'm on. If I'm not, I'm not. So.
Gotcha.
And everyone viewing, thanks for being here. Give me a moment to grab coffee and sort some things out, and I'll let you know if I can keep going or what happens. That was a crazy turn on the game. What, Pierre?
Goodbye, internet world. The champ will be back. Don't worry.
It was great. I'll be right back.
I'll catch you later, man.
Where were we? Right. Looking at Pure's group, he was mentioning doing. I definitely could see the Totem Warriors having a lot of fun. Let me pull that up back up and we'll talk on that a little bit. Alright, so shamanistic traditions. Now speak of the gods upon them. Such warband must always include one shaman. So a lesser or greater shaman must be taken when you do totem warband, which makes sense. So they at least need a shaman. Shamanistic powers. So shamanistic psychers. They are psychers, but they can only take psychic mutations, which makes sense. That's what they're supposed to be. So gaining mutations involuntarily can still happen, but voluntarily they can take any psychic mutation instead of the other, and they can choose instead of rolling randomly. They can choose to take the psychic avatar power, which is listed there as actually pretty impressive. It gives them a, if they pass, they get +1 melee and move for cat for crow, +2 melee and -1 range, and bully skill for wolf, and 2 defense for diamondback. So you can make your psyker get just +2 defense by throwing up basically a shield with that, which is pretty cool. There is another one that can do it if you randomly roll on psychic powers, but this means you can just grab it if you wanted it. So that's the difference in the psychers. The difference here is tribal warriors. They get the main tribal warriors, but they do have the following options for those basic tribal warriors. Well, I think it's tribals and tribal warriors. Oh, tribalist. Okay, so it is totem warriors. So it has to be the actual totem warriors, not the tribal warriors, not the tribals. But they can give the melee guys either Recontier, and they can actually do 3 models that have it instead of the 1. Hungry Wolves allow them to get all tribal warriors get +1 to their activation test if they're within 6 of any other tribal warrior or shaman, which is pretty awesome. So it doesn't stack with Motivator skill, but you wouldn't need Motivator. You just need to be near other people in your group. And that's pretty crazy because you could just rush up all together and charge in there. It does mean their cost goes to 20 instead of 18, so it's +2 to the cost. But still, that means +1 activation. They're more likely to succeed their activation. Basically, they give each other Motivator. Pretty crazy. And then Diamondback get Titan Jaw skill. and cost 4 extra script. But that means they come with the free skill, which is pretty nice, you know. Free skills are always, well, I guess it's not free, but extra skills are always nice. Is it not in this book? Maybe it's in the other. Yeah, there you go. Titanic Jaws. They gain +1 to defense stat against melee attacks. And it does not negated by ignoring armor. So they get +1 defense period, which is pretty nice. Means they're a lot harder to take out of combat. So that's pretty useful. And then beasts, the laughing crows, of course, get giant crow. Hungry wolves tend to do waste wolves. And they cost 23 script, so 3 additional script. And then they get those skill trees. So pretty standard. But the fact that they're actual waste wolves that you get instead of the base creature is interesting. The base war beast is 6176065, and the other was 141. Waste Wolf. Here you go. So it is a bit tougher of an individual, and they have the pack mentality, which is one of the big differences, is the free boost of pack mentality being thrown on them. So you're going to want more than one if you can and keep them together, but they are decent creatures. So 6175065. So it looks like they have basically the same stats. Diamondbacks, here you go. Juvenile land snapper for 70. So they get land snappers, which is crazy. 135. We'll go over there and look at that so you guys can see. But the fact that they get land snappers, yeah, I mean they cost a lot, but you're about to see why. It was 135. So they don't get the adult one, which is good because you look at the size. Yeah, you don't want that. But the juvenile land snapper, 8 defense, 2 wounds. They're a little bit slower, but they are tougher. They're amphibious, oblivious, snap, large. So, yeah. So they don't care about water. If there's any water on a map, they would be awesome. And they automatically pass will tests. They just keep going. Of course, they also have the snap, and that is pretty, painful. You roll a crit, it's automatic wound. Just automatic wound. Yeah. Yeah. So, pretty good. Pretty good. So you can see why it's 70. So, bit of difference from the standard, which the flavor fits real well. And then Berserkers. They get Recontier, and they get access to Quick. Which, yeah, that means more Recontier. Oh, so still only 3 models can, so if you get the Berserkers, they'll have it instead. They gain Quick Charge, which means even if they fail their activation, they can still charge. That's pretty crazy. Definitely makes them more dangerous. And then Diamondbacks ignore their blows. Micah Snappers, they get 1 to their defense. That's pretty impressive, all told. So the fact that they make them that different is really nice. They really add some good variation in flavor that you can make with your tribals. And then the fun thing with a Chronicler is give 2 additional experience to some other model. As long as they gain some sort of experience other than participating in the campaign or in the mission. So that's pretty cool. They have firebugs, which are nasty critters. The mutant cannibals, and then preservers. Semi-autonomous drones, which is interesting. So, shoot and scoot. They can move and fire with no penalty. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And they talk about healing things. Which this is in effect. They can heal their warband, but there's chance of problems. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. It does cost, and that is the downside. You have to pay for it. So, 5 rank and file, 10 for elites, 15 for leaders. So you can remove those injuries, but it costs. And it may wind up not so good. Alright, so this is where there's some other missions that we would probably be doing as well at some point. So, it's pretty cool. So, we won't look at those too in depth. They have new options, which is nice. These are for the face cards. So I'll probably flip and use this at some point too. Just so people aren't like, oh yeah, no, we know what's going to happen. It's like, no, you know, that was wrong. So, nice to have some variation, is all. Trying to figure out exactly how to get it to partake. but I do like the idea. Oh, there you go. Buy some power armor. Gotta love stuff like this. The plaything. Wow. So any part that's completed, they'll get that. Whew. Interesting. I like that. Cool. Just some nice additional stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Nice little informative tidbit. Alright, I think that is it for that. I will be on in 4 hours and we'll do something else fun. I'm thinking about doing some more of our side missions here. So be sure to tune in for that. As for now, I think we're going to call it there. Not enough time to really get into the other games very far. Kinshi is ready to go, so we'll be having that on the docket. We have Cyberpunk that we're still working on finishing up. We still have our New Vegas playthrough we're working on, which is technically Tether of Loot to Wastelands, and we have Medieval Dynasty. Those are currently the 4 things on the docket that we're working on trying to get through. It's been a pleasure. Thank you all for being here so much. Until next time, and as always, enjoy the story. We'll see you all then.